We're back. How you doing, Julio?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm all right. Goal Getters is back for another, what day? It's Friday, right? It's Friday, and tomorrow is NFL playoff divisional round. Yeah. How you doing, Wade?
I'm doing great.
Doing all right?
Excited to see some goal getters.
Yeah, Robin's not here today. She's on assignment. Yeah, she's on special assignment. She's doing stuff. She'll be back next week. But she did give us her picks today, which is nice, right? It's pretty good. What else been going on with you?
Nothing,
Anything?
absolutely nothing.
Nothing at
I
all?
don't do much. I go to work, I come home.
Snowstorm we had.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
The plows didn't do their job, but that's a different day.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I know that we made picks last week, though. Let's talk about them for a minute.
So, yeah.
There it is. We were all 4-2, except Robin was 2-4, unfortunately. And that's because she went with the Eagles. I think one of her picks were kind of out of hand.
It's harder to do with the spread, too.
Yeah. Yeah. My best pick was San Francisco, I thought. 49ers
My worst pick
to
was
win.
the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that was so easy.
That was stupid. That was biased, though.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
No, yeah, I knew it was because you had to know that guy wasn't coming. He wasn't coming in there and win. You know what I mean? He's a rookie quarterback.
He didn't even show up.
Yeah.
He stayed home and stayed warm.
It wasn't going to happen.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
No, I know. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Had to be Belichick's one of his worst.
Yeah.
Worst of all time.
Had to be the worst,
playoff
the worst
loss,
possible,
right?
To a division rival, too.
Yeah. They just weren't ready. They're not ready. They're not. They just weren't.
My hat's off to him. Belichick, has the best quarterback in the league in history 2 years ago. Now he brings a rookie into the playoffs.
They are in a rebuild, though.
That is
What?
Such a positive way going into next year.
Yeah. Where was did Judon? Was he hurt?
No,
He did nothing. He is invisible.
he played because
I know.
he wears his colored sleeves.
And I thought he was hurt the whole time. I'm like, where is he at? He did nothing.
He was in the offseason already.
Yeah. You know, though, I do think that Bills' loss had more to do with the wind.
Right.
You know what I mean? It changed the whole game. You know what I mean? That regular season game. So,
Because without the win, the Bills are 2-0 with them.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have won the game. If you know what? It's just I think that win tricked us into thinking that win in Buffalo, they just didn't. They couldn't run the ball. I don't know why the Bills could stop the run now.
But when
Isn't
they
that
knew
weird?
when they knew it was coming, didn't stop the run.
That is strange. And also they seem to have a running game a little bit, the Bills now.
Right. Last week, fantasy-wise, which I guess it's stat-wise, Singletary was the best running back in the playoffs last week.
Wow. And
that played. Obviously, Henry didn't play.
If they just give him 20 carries, it's a good idea.
Right.
You know? And I think they have to going forward.
They literally did what Dallas should have did.
Right.
Pollard is what helped them get to the playoffs, and then when the playoffs started, they ran the ball with Pollard 4 times.
I know. Right.
That's what got you there. What are you doing?
Well, we got a new thing going on for us here. You can call in if you like. Area code 716-804-1229. If you want to talk to me, Julio, Wade, anything else you want to discuss, we'll discuss it with you. Obviously, football related today because that's what we're doing. Next week, it'll be the conference championships we'll be going over. But I think we're going to integrate some hockey.
Okay.
Because we'll need to, there's only 2 games. So we'll bring some hockey into this discussion. But for today, 716-804-1229. Give us a call. Gladly put you on and talk to me, Julio, or Wade. Why don't we go, we're going to analyze the games. Why don't we start tomorrow, 4:30, the Bengals at the Titans.
Talk about last week's.
Yes, we do have to do that. Before we go forward, let's play the
blown call?
Yeah, the blown call real quick.
Burrow tries to keep it alive, scrambles, throws it back in the end zone. Was he out of bounds first, or is it a touchdown?
But
I think he was out of bounds. They're discussing
it's a touchdown regardless.
Caught in the
if
back
the whistle didn't blow, I understand you played the whistle.
Conversation on the sideline here for the moment. No signal yet.
But he also stopped.
He stopped, and the other guy on the other side, they all just stood there.
Everybody stopped. Like you played the whistle, the whistle comes, you stop moving.
When he threw.
Would he really have stopped the ball? Is it a guarantee that he was going to the ball?
Right. I just think they should have replayed it. It should have been replayed down. I mean, the whistle was blown. At best, at worst, it should have been down. Obviously,
if you start doing, it should have been a sack.
Yes.
It's either you're gonna go with the whistle stop,
right,
or it's either a touchdown or a sack. If you start replaying that down, you got to start replaying all the downs from early in the season.
Yeah.
And also, I understand that Vegas fans are very upset, but again, I'm biased. But if you want to replay that and talk about flags, there's a clear roughing the passer on Will Fuller back on Miami in overtime. That would have put Miami on the 1 yard line in overtime to win the game.
Well,
So they wouldn't even be in the playoffs if that call would have been redone.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what else too? Though it was 5.5 the line. I think that was that line. I can't. It was 5. It was the Raiders were plus 5.5 last week. And if that doesn't happen, if that had just been a sack,
right.
They kick a field goal. The Bengals. I'm gonna cover with the Raiders. The picks covering.
Right.
Raiders cover, or maybe win the game. You know, because they
get the ball back.
Yeah, and they would have stopped them so many times in the red zone.
Right.
That was humongous.
It changed everything.
He blew the whistle. When the whistle blows,
The play stops.
It's got to stop.
It should be a dead ball, or else it should be a sack.
Remember the Brady fumble? In
Oh,
playoffs
the
with
tuck
Raiders?
thing. Yes, that was another
Raiders
bit.
get screwed.
Yeah, they did again today. I think they did because I think they win the game. I think they could have won that game.
They would have got the ball back for
Yeah.
sure. And that was
I'm gonna win the game.
how
Picking the Raiders.
much time was it left?
That was only halftime, right? I think that was only in the first half.
They had the whole game.
Yeah, but it would have been huge because they would have stopped them again in the red zone.
Right.
Over and over, they were doing it to the
that
Bengals.
game came down to
A touchdown.
A touchdown right in the red zone as
Right.
well.
Right. Yeah, So I don't know. I was mad watching. I don't even like the Raiders. I just I
I
picked
have no
them.
attachment to the game either.
Yeah,
but
no, I don't either.
Blown calls happen all the time.
I just hated the whistle though. You could hear it. I heard it when it was you heard
Right.
it live.
It should have definitely came back as a sack.
Yeah, you couldn't
For them
have.
to allow it to be a touchdown doesn't really make much sense.
And who's that? Jerome Boger,
Yeah,
whatever his name is.
He's done for the playoffs.
He's done. The whole thing, right? That whole
The whole team.
Yeah, the whole officiating crew, which is good. They should be. You wouldn't want them in the Super Bowl, I guess.
No.
You know.
You don't even want to do it in another game. They shouldn't even be able to do next year's season.
Yeah, Boger. That's his name. I can see him. He's been around a while too.
Right. He's
You
a
know?
veteran. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, because he doesn't make the cut. Well, he does. He already. Who
Right.
makes that?
He's the
end. He's the judge,
That's why I
basically.
came back on him.
Yeah,
He should have just said that as a sack.
it had to be. Whistle blows. It's over. I've never.
For his job's sake, he should have said it was a sack too. It's not alternate. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Bad.
No, it made no. I don't know. All right, well, let's move on to the 4:30 game, and the Bengals are at the Titans. Before we're going to do our picks here real quick. Julio will go last, but let me tell you first, the Titans are minus 3.5. Over unders 47.5. Obviously, the Titans had the bye. The Bengals we just talked about 126-19. The weather's fine, 39 degrees, a kickoff, a light wind. Big news, of course. Adam Schefter tells us Henry will start when the offense takes the field. So he's back, big deal. Henry, AJ Brown, and Julio Jones. This is the first time they've played since week 7 altogether. So that's interesting.
That is. Julio Jones doesn't really stay healthy either, though.
No, again. And what are the Bengals? The Bengals don't really have. I think their defensive line's a little hurt,
Yeah.
a little banged up, but that might be all. I don't think anyone else is really hurt. Why don't we? You know what? I'll give you Robin's pick first for this game. Robin goes with the Bengals plus the 3.5. Okay, Wade, who do you go with in this game?
I'm also going with the Bengals with 3.5.
Wade goes with the Bengals 3.5. I am going with the Titans minus 3.5. I still can't get over that the Bengals should have lost last week is my problem, and I just don't think they should be there at this. I mean, I know how good they are. I know they're really good. I just think the Titans and getting back Derrick Henry might just be what it. I don't know if the Titans win the week after, but I think they'll win this one. You see what I mean?
Right now, they're the 1 seed. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
especially against a team that shouldn't even. If that call would have went the other way, it might not even be here right now.
Right.
So when Derrick Henry comes back, you got to go with that Titans.
Yeah. So who are you? What are you doing?
The Titans negative 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how. Although I get it. I mean, the Bengals look awfully good, right? Mixing the whole deal. I mean,
Right. But the corners for the Titans just got to show up.
yeah.
You got to slow down Jamar Chase a little bit, but I'd take. There's a better chance of slowing down Jamar Chase than there is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to stop Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tannehill's just got to manage the game. Just manage. That's what he's there for. Is to manage the game.
Right.
Hold on to a lead. Keep it close. Let Derrick Henry do the work. And
Yeah.
you got him to the number 1 seed without Derrick Henry for the last 7
I know,
years.
yeah. And when he was there, I honestly thought they were the number 1. Right now, I don't feel it with them. I feel like the other game might be the Buffalo Kansas City
That's
game.
a stronger matchup.
Might be the AFC.
It's just hard to give not the number 1 seed
Yeah.
the number 1 nod. But
If he looks good, if Henry's fine, then
I think both of these teams fall short next week, though.
to whoever wins
The
that other
winner.
game. Yeah. I don't know. It's a interesting game that is. It's 4:30 tomorrow, Saturday. It kicks off division round weekend. The Bengals were the early game last week too against the Raiders, which is weird. They kicked it off on Saturday.
And they're the higher seed than Buffalo. And they're the 1 seed. Why didn't they get the primetime game?
Right.
I guess they're all primetime.
Kind of. Yeah, they're the only game. Yeah, the only.
But they
game
should have
that
been
counts.
the nighttime game.
Right. Yeah.
That's
no,
weird.
It is weird. This is the second one. But now in Tennessee, perfect weather in Nashville, 39 degrees. The Titans average 5.7 yards per play when Henry is on the field and 4.8 when he's not. A few other things. Joe Mixon is the league's third leading rusher. The Bengals haven't made it to the AFC Championship game since 1988. When I think, who would they have lost to in 1988? It would have had to have been probably like Denver.
I wasn't even alive.
Yeah. Probably it would have had to be the Broncos. No, I can't remember now. No, they would have won. They went. They did. God, I can't remember. I got to find out if anyone. The Bengals in '88. Someone help me. The Bengals in '88 conference. Who'd they play in the conference final that year? Why am I forgetting? Because the '87. Because the Browns. You aren't going to remember. The Browns were '86, '87. The fumble, the drive with John Elway, then the fumble with Ernest Biner. '87. I mean, I'm blocking it all out because the Bears lose to the 49ers.
The Bills.
Huh?
Was it the Bills?
Not in '88.
1988.
The Bills and the Bengals then went to
versus Bills.
Wow, so the Bengals went to the Super Bowl that year. Jeez, I didn't even.
They lost to the Niners.
Yes, that's right, and I'm angry. That's the guy snapped the leg.
I love
Crumb Rye because the Bears
I'm
were
angry.
14-2 that year, and they have home field advantage throughout, and they got murdered at home in the NFC
Oh, that's not
Championship
good.
by Jerry Rice,
Well,
28-3.
Jerry Rice, he's the best receiver of all
And it was
time.
only 3 degrees that day there. In
Only 3
Chicago.
degrees?
Yes, and I had thought to myself, and this is a young me. I mean, I'm a junior in high school, and I'm thinking to myself that
You're not old, John.
they're going.
You don't gotta say young me. You're not old.
They're going. They're going to the Super Bowl again because in '85, I dwell in the past because all my teams suck.
They all suck. No,
Yeah.
the Leafs all suck.
Yeah, but they haven't won since '67, so
They
I
don't
can't.
suck. At
No,
least
no,
you're
they're
entertaining.
good.
You're not Sabres.
No, they're not the Sabres.
You
but
log
no,
on the Sabres game and it's just brutal.
yeah, why isn't
awful.
anyone at that games?
Well,
no
why
one's
would you
there.
want to go? What's the
I
point?
know, but I look at the other. I don't know. It
You might as
almost
well-
looks like COVID.
If you're a Sabres fan, you might as it is COVID still. You might as well just go to Rochester. All the good players. are
Yeah,
there.
yeah, or Michigan, right? Go see Power,
Right.
whatever his name is.
By the way, John is getting old. It's his birthday today.
Oh,
Oh,
it is John's
John.
birthday today.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, if your teams are bad, all you have is, you know what I'm saying? Well, the Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
I mean, no, they're bad.
This
Like
guy
the
over
Bears.
here.
I mean, I'm saying they haven't won.
We had a winning record last year.
No, that's good. No,
We had 2 winning records in a row.
I know.
They,
They.
the Bears and Dolphins.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking.
guy's coming from me.
I'm
What the
talking about their. I'm talking about their history. I mean,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
when they've won, both of them are.
Right, yeah. I mean, every time I argue with a
starving.
Bills fan, we go to the history is easy for
Yeah.
Bills versus Dolphins.
Right. Well, yeah, the Bills don't win.
Yeah, their history is 0-4 in a Super Bowl and a
Yeah.
Ford Bronco.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's their history. You know?
Yeah. They don't win.
At least that
But-
one undefeated season. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Bears. Oh, and they beat the Bears in '85
Yeah.
to stop the damn
Look at that.
undefeated season that the Bears had going at 15. Yeah. It's all right. Now that we've gone down memory lane, remember area code 716-804-1229 if you want to call in. Why don't we? Let's see. Why don't we move on to the next game? Because then before you know it, we'll be taking a break.
That clip too, I guess.
Yes, we're going to have to look at that. The 49ers are at the Packers at 8:15 on Saturday. 3 o'clock? Yeah, right. And in Green Bay, it's going to be 3 degrees at kickoff. Light wind, some snow, -7 wind chill. So that's good for
Right for the Packers.
Yeah, that's
They're
going to be
playing
good. Against the
San Fran.
49ers, an injured Garoppolo. He's been injured all year,
Right.
Garoppolo, though. You know what? Yeah, let's bring up what happened in the Dallas game. Unbelievable, actually, the
It's
ending
just-
here.
How do you not know what you're doing as the starting quarterback?
I know. It was
Hit
really
more than
bad.
4 plays if they kept him
I mean,
in
you
bounds.
figure
Well, you keep him in
14
bounds
seconds.
now.
You can't do this with 14 seconds.
The game's over if they keep him
Not
in bounds.
far.
You need it at 28.
Well, there was a play. Look at everybody. They're
Yeah, look at where the 49ers are all on. They're just guarding the sideline.
Right.
The middle's wide
because
open.
they know it's wide open.
Yeah.
You need someone San Francisco to get
See, they're rush block.
This could be fine if
Right
they
now. At the 30-yard line, he needs to go down. And another thing, like we said during the game, you got to give the ball to your official. You're a quarterback that makes $40 million plus a year, or whatever. You're the highest paid, whatever, and you don't give the ball to the officials.
I know.
Little league kids probably know that.
It was too much. I know. It was just too much of a rush. You saw the pan.
And now you look at him; he looks confused.
He's confused. Well, how about some of these guys don't even know what the overtime rules are?
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's confused.
They're bad overtime.
I'm confused. I mean, I didn't want it to end that way. The game was a good game, very good game, and the Cowboys. I went with the 49ers last week to win outright, but the Cowboys have so much. The talent is there.
The Cowboys had a 4,000-yard passer, a rusher over 1,000, a receiver over 1,000, a 10-interception guy, and a 10-sack guy, and they're out in the first round.
I know. I don't know. Mike McCarthy. I don't know if he's the problem. Who's the problem? I mean, what are you going to do? Dak's there to stay.
Right. Dak's not going anywhere. Why don't you just fire McCarthy? If your defensive coordinator and your offensive coordinator are both considered top candidates for a head coaching job, why not just promote them both?
What's that, Quinn?
Quinn, run the defense, you run the offense, and you both stay.
Who's the other guy? Kellen somebody?
Moore.
Okay.
And then get rid of the head coach now.
Yeah. But because who does that? But it's got to be Dak does that on his own. I'm going to assume.
It's got to be called, though. I mean, why? There was a timeout before that.
Yeah, that's right. We were watching it. There was a timeout. So then
they should have.
They never elaborated on this.
No, they.
I'd love to know. Like, when was he supposed to go down? We know when he should have.
Yeah, the 30-yard line.
Yeah, because it was a great idea. I like the idea.
It made sense. Yeah,
because that's what Prescott said. No, McCarthy says, "Would you rather throw Hail Marys from the 50 or whatever from the 30?" Well. Where was he at when he went down? Like the 24?
24.
What a blunder.
And also start reserving your timeouts a little bit better.
But
or the drive before, don't do a personal foul.
Yeah. Romo was a lot like that. Remember, he had a lot of. I remember the time he fumbled the snap. They could have beat Seattle. Yeah, he had some blunders too.
But he forgets about those when he's
Oh yeah, he was right there. Yeah, he was crying. He said he was scared. He said it was scary. In our clip,
the idea was it made sense.
It did.
He just went too far and then looked clueless when he went down.
They still
got in the way.
Yeah, if the referee could have just had the ball, I think they'd have still got a second out.
Why was the referee so far backwards? It was a run play. Why was he even 10 yards behind the pass play, the line of scrimmage?
And he was staggering. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just too much of a rush. The center picks up the ball first. Doesn't he? Or does
Dak gives it to him, and
gives
then they fumble that exchange, and then they set it down, and then they move it back when the official comes. They move it back a half yard, which doesn't really matter at that point.
Right. Yeah.
But you still gotta know where you're going with the dead ball.
Yeah, you're right. Why don't we start off with Robin's pick for this game? Robin goes with the Packers -5.5, and that's right. The line is 5.5. The over/under is 47 in the frigid, frozen tundra of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Wade, who you taking?
I am taking on that game.
Yeah.
I'm taking the 49ers.
All right, +5.5, the 49ers. For me, this is my game that would be if I was going to bet everything on, everything I own. I would go with the Packers in this game. There's in my mind, there's no way this doesn't get ugly quick. And I think Garoppolo's going to have a hard time. I don't see there being any way that they come out even. I think it's a 17-point win for the Packers in this one.
Honestly, John, you might have just persuaded me, but I already picked the 49ers.
Did you? You go with the 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think the Packers, there's no way.
It's 5.5 is a lot of points, though. That's what I went with the 49ers.
Yeah. I just think they can easily win by a touchdown, and I just can't. Who's going to stop Devontae Adams? It's just not going to.
Right.
There's something about Green. I hate Green Bay, but there's something about Green Bay this year.
And they're at home. They should win. Plus, you got a
-7.
A warm team coming in.
Yeah, -7. They're just give up.
They won in the regular season by 2 points, and it came down to less than a minute left in the game. I just think Safran maybe learned from their mistakes.
They could run the ball,
right?
Because Mitchell's good.
Yeah,
I mean he's really good. I mean, I guess they would have to.
Samuels runs the ball too.
Nick Bosa's back.
He
from
got
his
banged up
concussion.
last-
Yeah, concussion. He's back, so that's big. Ian Rappaport tells us. Zadarius Smith and Whitney Merciless is back for the Packers at linebacker. Let's see what injuries I got here. Nothing major, I don't think. David Bakhtari, he's listed as questionable. Jair Alexander, he's supposed to be on track for his return. He hasn't played since week 4. So Nick Bosa's good. Aaron Jones will play. Garoppolo still has a sprained right shoulder and thumb. And Rodgers, this is something, has never beaten the 49ers in the playoffs.
It was the first time for everything.
Yep, and
They definitely win the game.
he's a California guy, Rodgers, right? I think he grew up with the Joe Montana stuff. Yeah, the 49ers, what else did we got here? They were the only underdog to win last week in Wild Card weekend. The Packers returned to the NFC Championship for the 3rd straight year. They are 0-8 straight up and 7-1 against the spread at home. And, I don't know, man. You guys like the 49ers, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Five and a half.
5.5. It's the points that you guys...
But, I mean, if you're on no points, it's obviously the Green Bay Packers.
So you're just thinking it'd be a 3... Yeah, wait.
It's just hard for a blowout against the number 1 seed.
49ers win? Outright win? Wow, could you imagine it? Yeah, it's a good one. I hope it happens because those are the types of things this guy before the season. Who did you Redskins? Oh, I'm sorry, America. And everyone else that can hear me, the Washingtons. The Washingtons. And no, I'm sorry, America. I'd get fired if this was somewhere else.
Right.
I'd probably be done. You'd be
calling the Redskins.
I might get deplatformed already on Facebook as we speak. I know. Oh God.
Cancel John. Wow. Don't do that.
No, don't do that because it's my birthday. They should leave me alone. And my daughter brought cannolis, so it'd be a shame if I get canceled.
You can't get fired.
But anyhow, you know who I do like, and I didn't bring him up, and I'm wrong, is Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's unbelievable. He could be a difference maker. Maybe.
He runs the ball and catches the ball.
Yeah, he's a better version of Cordell Patterson. Like a humongous better version.
He's a way better receiver. Cordell Patterson's just a gadget little guy.
Yeah,
Deebo's good.
He's really good,
He's got a running back body that plays receiver. That's why it works out so well.
But I liked the Washington's pick. I understood it when you did. That was with Fitzpatrick, possibly that deep. But the defense, and the defense didn't do what we thought.
No,
and people got hurt.
Chase Young got hurt early too,
and they were fighting a lot. I guess there's a lot of infighting on that.
Oh,
team.
with
the line.
Tackles,
yeah, they were fighting, and that was happening all year.
You know what turns that team around and makes them playoff contender, if not a Super Bowl contender? Russell Wilson going there next year.
That would be interesting if the Washingtons got him. Yeah.
Russell Wilson's going somewhere.
Their name is coming up soon. They're supposed to be getting a name.
February 2nd, right?
Yeah.
February 2nd, they're supposed to have name in their new jerseys.
They can't change the color, I wouldn't think.
I think they can. If you go with the new
name, you're
allowed to change your jerseys. Otherwise, you have to wait like every 4 years.
I don't mind it being the Washingtons. I didn't even care with the W.
The football wasn't that bad. The logo and the jerseys were pretty decent.
Yeah. They got to do something because I bring up the name. I can't stop. I've been saying that name for 40 years.
They got to do something with the field, though.
Yeah.
You ever see the field? Like, they're showing all injury spots.
Yeah. No, I know. And it's funny because remember, you aren't going to remember. I keep on bringing up old shit. Our RFK Stadium was just as bad, and now it's funny that this one would be
a lot of people go down at that stadium, though.
Yeah. That's strange. I don't know why. I just think that this game, the more I think about Deebo Samuel, maybe 5.5 is too much.
5.5 is
it's a lot. I know it's a lot. It's going to be cold, though. I don't know. It just all fits right perfectly.
What if they're down 14
for Magic
or
to
10?
Have.
They're up 10. Green Bay.
I know.
They don't care
what could happen. Right.
Yeah.
It could be bad things. I just, damn well. I just don't know how Devontae Adams is easily. He's the best there in the league.
The best receiver in the league.
He's unbelievable and almost underrated.
Right.
Through the
he doesn't get the Hopkins or Julio that did 2 years ago.
Or DK Metcalf
and
all that.
Yeah. DK Metcalf doesn't do anything.
Beckham Jr., all that stuff. These guys all, you know what I mean, though. They get all more attention than he does.
Maybe in Green Bay over there. And
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers gets all the attention.
That's true.
Is he going to stay or go?
And Adams doesn't seem to care about the attention of it all. So, yeah, I am going to stick with the Packers. It's my lock of the week. If I bet this week, which I probably won't and can't, not allowed. But if I did, it would be it's my birthday.
We're legally allowed.
Yeah, and I know New York got everything.
Right.
But we used to do it illegally. It didn't matter.
Relax.
Yeah, no. What
is
but
wrong with
really,
this
we
guy?
did. We did, dude.
Yeah,
Forever.
We had a bookie.
For 50 years, 40 years, just playing with how it was. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got a phone call. This might be the inaugural call. Watch it be someone we don't. God only knows.
Oh, that'd be.
All right, caller, you're on the air with me and Julio.
Okay, what happened to the Miami Dolphins this year?
Oh boy.
What's your name, by the way?
That's my father-in-law.
Bob.
All right,
That's
Julio.
my father-in-law.
There's your question.
The Dolphins just didn't show up. Their quarterback got hurt. It's a little impossible to play your backup quarterback, especially as the Miami Dolphins. You got a left-handed starter. Everything changes when your left-handed quarterback goes down and you play with a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah, right.
And then you play a run RPO with Tua Tagovailoa as your left-handed thrower, and then you stop RPOs. Your whole system changes. It just didn't make much sense.
Hey,
Yeah, they lost their quarterback.
Bob, are you a Bills fan?
I'm a very much of a Bills fan.
What do you think this week? Do they win?
I think it's going to be a very close game.
Yeah.
The line is only a 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, and it keeps going up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
The line's
Up
gone.
and down, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5, 1.5. It's gone all over the place. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Go ahead.
But I don't think they'll have a chance against. I think the Packers will be the other person.
Yeah, Packers versus Bills probably.
Yeah.
Packers are the winner of this game probably.
Yeah, definitely. That's got to be the AFC Championship.
Right.
And we'll have our picks here shortly.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, thank you for calling.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye. So there we go.
Yeah, it's got to be the Green Bay Packers versus the winner of this game. Well, not the next. Is it the next game we're talking about?
The next game we'll be going to is the Rams.
Oh, so
Rams
that'll be
Bucks.
the winner of the Bills game, probably.
But what we're going to do, we just got our first call. So 716-804-1229, call in and speak with myself. My daughter Dominique's back there. You can talk to her if you want. Wade's here. Julio's here. Robin's not here. She's on assignment. And why don't we take a break? And we'll be back shortly.
What is that?
All right, we're back. The Gorillas Inc. store has an incredible inventory of memorabilia, cards, and, of course, our shirts and hats and mugs and Gorillas Inc. stuff and all the shows that we have. Please go over there and see. We're doing pretty well on the cards. Right, Wade? People are buying.
Oh, yeah.
They're beautiful cards.
Yeah. Jersey cards.
Jersey
autograph
cards.
Yeah. It's something new to the store every day.
Huge inventory. My God. We can't even put it all out there. It'd be overwhelmed.
Overwhelming, right?
We got over 200 and some odd things in there. But anyways, let me ask you a question. We were off air. You were talking about playoff. What were you saying you wanted to?
It'd just be better if it was in. First off, every place had a dome, but it was in a city, kind of like college football.
Oh, okay.
They don't play in Alabama.
Right.
They go play in Georgia, the Mercedes-Benz Dome. The
Yeah,
Orange
every
Bowl's
year
in
they flip
Miami.
around. Yeah.
It's just to play something where weather isn't a factor. Because it would just be boring. Boring to watch the Bills game if it was the Monday night game as a playoff game. It would just be boring.
Right.
What was the 3 scores happened?
Oh, it was boring. Yeah, that game was
boring.
terrible.
Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to watch it. The rain games are boring. And then your whole season comes down to a big weather factor.
Well, that's how I always felt about baseball. Going to a different
Right.
sport. I hate that they play in October or November.
Right.
It's not baseball
it's a summer
anymore.
sport.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. They should do that. Maybe they'll come to an agreement.
Do you think they could do it ever where the number 1 seed gets to pick who they want to play first?
That'd be better than the
That kind of
reseeding,
might be
yeah.
cool. You
They
get
should
to
get to pick who they play.
all the time.
Yeah.
They just always choose whoever they
No
want.
matter what.
No matter
Instead
what.
of being always a lower seed, they should
Yeah.
pick who they want. But I think the Dome...
Yeah, the domes.
Go play in Hawaii.
I can't believe Buffalo's not going to have one. Kind of
That's-
surprised.
It doesn't make sense, but... I mean,
You want to talk about revenue that they're losing, right? I
Right.
mean,
we have no big concert place besides the HSBC arena. Oh... sorry.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, they change it every other year.
I don't even know what it
but
is.
Their Sabres gone.
Yeah.
You gotta go without that. We need a basketball team to that help.
Yeah. Well, we're
Talk about revenue.
yeah. I'd love. We could have a basketball
So
team.
bring the Sacramento. I said this to you 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Bring the Sacramento Kings back. Well,
Yeah.
not back, but a basketball team back.
Basketball team back.
We
Yeah,
don't need
because
4 California teams.
right, because the Braves went away to New Orleans, and then they become
No.
Utah Jazz, right?
No, they're
Where'd they go?
Angeles Clippers. No, Clippers.
Clippers. Okay.
They're the Clippers.
Yeah, the Lakers were in Minneapolis. Because that must be why they have the name Lakers. Because it makes no sense. There's no lakes in
I
Los
never thought
Angeles.
about that.
So they were in Minnesota's the land of 1,000
But,
lakes.
but why have 4, especially ones in Sacramento? You're not even like
Yeah, I know.
you forgot about.
The Jazz used to be in
New Orleans.
New Orleans, and then they moved to Utah, where they
There's
don't
no
allow
Jazz.
music.
Right. Weird. Right. So how are they the Jazz? Yeah, they get some weird names.
That's weird.
That-
I wish they had cut some teams, but we'll wait till next week to talk about basketball.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there's some teams that need to be cut.
Cut.
Like Sacramento shouldn't even be a team.
They should be cut.
Their players
Yeah.
should go into a draft pool and
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about that. Remember, if you want to get in with us, it's area code 716-804-1229 from anywhere in the country, world. Call us. 3 o'clock Sunday. The Rams are at the Buccaneers. The line is Tampa minus 2.5. The over-under is 48. Last week, the Rams beat the Cardinals 34-11. As we watched, as you predicted, Kyler Murray fall all over the
I was
place.
going to message you when he did that.
Yeah, I saw.
You did it early and often.
Early, yeah, he did. The Buccaneers win 31-15 over the Eagles. 2 easy games for these 2 teams. The Rams really never in doubt with the Cardinals, and same for the Buccaneers as we thought.
Bad wild card week.
It was. It wasn't. Nothing
Boring.
was good.
The only close game was the one that came down to a bad call, the early whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess
And then the other one
the
came down
49ers,
to
the slide. The weather. Beautiful weather in Tampa. 60s. They're saying it might get a little chillier after sunset, light wind. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's perfect weather for
Right.
football. You can't
weather,
beat that.
Weather shouldn't come down to the last game of your season.
I know. No, I agree.
Whether it's snow, rain, wind,
Yeah, it rained in the Bears Super
it
Bowl.
takes like a team. I mean, I get the best all-around team should win the Super Bowl, but it takes a team that's like. Well, what if Singletary doesn't show up for the Bills? You take their
Right.
best player, you
No.
slow him down a little bit. It's not fair.
Right,
Josh Allen's the best quarterback on their team, obviously, the best player on their team.
right.
Bad
No.
weather game eliminates him.
And it did, right? I mean, yeah, that game against
The
New
game
England.
Monday night, but
yeah,
the weather was just cold last week. It wasn't like
The wind wasn't-
terribly
yeah.
windy. It wasn't raining or snowing. It
right.
was just cold.
Yeah. Well, why don't we make our selections here before we talk a little more about the game? Robin is taking, in this one, the Buccaneers, minus 2.5. Wade, who do you have?
I'm also taking the Bucks.
2.5. All right, for me, I'm going with the Rams plus the 2.5, and I'm going to now say the Rams win the game outright in Tampa. I don't know if I don't know. I don't. I'm not sold on the Buccaneers this year, and especially there's a lot of people missing still. And I think whatchamacallit's back though. Fournette's back, maybe.
Fournette should be back. Ronald Jones is out.
He's out. I'm going with the Rams to win the game outright. So if you want to, play it on the money line. Julio.
I'm going with Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. All right.
I mean, I hope Tom Brady can do what he normally does. I I don't know, man. Matthew Stafford really doesn't do it for me.
No, me neither.
He's a fantasy guy, sure.
Yeah.
But when he shows up, like, I bet on a couple of times.
Right.
And he was the final leg on my 16 parlay, 5-team, whatever, and I'm cashing out, and then he throws ducks.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
I get it. They have two of the best defensive players, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, but
yeah,
it's just believing in him's hard.
It is hard. Oh, it definitely is. Already, that was his first playoff game he ever won.
Right.
He was 0-3.
He did play for the Lions, so that's a big handicap.
Yeah. I don't know. Does he make any worse decisions than Dak? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
No, Dak makes bad decisions. He wouldn't have did what Dak did.
Right.
He would have known to give the ball to the right person. But I watched the game where he's thrown, I think it was Seattle on a primetime game, that he threw an interception, a pick six, and then right after threw another pick six.
Yeah.
It was just
that's right. Yes.
Within like the 5-yard line or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
He's done stupid things like that before, though.
Well, and there's guys that made a living on being stupid.
Right.
Brett Favre. That guy was throwing picks left and right.
And this guy, he's a good quarterback. He's like average, but he should be better. He's got all the help in the world. He's always had the Megatron. They've always spent first-round picks on when he was in Detroit. They went and got him Odell Beckham. He has Cooper Kupp. He has Higbee.
Oh, I know he's got everything.
He should be considered one of the best quarterbacks. Like, you shouldn't be having this argument right now. He should be able to take down Tom Brady.
Probably around week 6 or so. He seemed like MVP. Remember, right
and
on
then it's just like steady, stayed, and then it just crashed.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, they started running the ball more, and that's another factor, too.
I didn't see his numbers. I know...
he was up there in fantasy, though.
Last week.
No.
Yeah. What do we got for this game? They played week 3, which is so long ago, but the Rams beat the Buccaneers 34-24. Buccaneers defense is getting healthy. They have a few injuries that I don't know because I can't remember, but I know there's a few. Oh, here we go. That guy got hurt. That's tough. The two offensive linemen.
Jensen should be
back. Tristan Wirfs.
Wirfs is a big one, but to stop Aaron Donald, you definitely need Jensen.
And Andrew Whitworth, is he okay? I think he's questionable.
I didn't even look at that.
That's 3 of them. 3 offensive linemen went down.
Yeah.
And Fournette, we said already, is probably going to play. What else? What happens? What would be your key to win the game? If you had to think for both.
Well, one thing already is who's going to stop Aaron Donald. So if Jensen doesn't play, this could be switched.
Right.
Because he's just going to run through everybody.
Right.
Odell Beckham.
Right.
He's got to do well against. Is it Sherman? Is the number 2 corner?
I think it is. Yeah.
Sherman. He should be able to
do well. Yeah.
His whole career season has been restored since he's came over to LA.
Yeah. Yeah. He
scored a touchdown like his first 4 games.
Him and Stafford have built some kind of a rapport, and of course, Kupp is unreal.
Kupp's helps him a lot. Kupp takes so much attention from everybody else.
Yeah, and I guess you want to run. Someone's going to want to be able to run the ball in this game. And Cam Akers,
Cam Akers is a good running back. He ran well last week.
He did. Back. Yeah.
I don't
know.
Henderson's back too.
Is he?
Yep, he's back. And they still have Sonny Michel. They have 3 running backs.
Yeah, they do. Sonny Michel looked good too. Boy, yeah, this is going to be a good one. This might be probably Sunday's the better 2 games.
If Jensen's out, I'm switching my pick though.
If Jensen's out?
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Yeah, they were going down left and right.
He's probably going to play though, but if he does go out, that's a key factor.
The Buccaneers are playing for their 2nd straight Super Bowl title, of course. What else do we got? The Rams have won 7 of the past 8 matchups with the Buccaneers. But of course, they got Von Miller too. I always forget about him. The Rams having him back there, right. And I guess they got him for this reason. Right. For these days.
They pretty much got him and Odell Beckham for this reason.
Yeah. Odell Beckham, though, has never had much. Right? How many playoff games did he get into? Probably not too many.
This is his 2nd, right?
That's it, right? Well,
Cleveland didn't make it last year. He made it once with the Giants, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he would have. I even forgot about his career with the Giants. I don't know why.
The catch.
Yeah. And that made his,
That jump-started his career.
And that's why I think about Devontae Adams compared to him.
Right.
It's just
one catch put him on. He still was productive.
Oh, he's awfully good.
Put him on the map.
Right.
You don't really look at the route runners. Like, look at Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Even Stephon Diggs before he came to Buffalo. Stephon Diggs is popular in this city. Was he popular in the city before he came here? No.
No.
No one watched Minnesota. No one really cares about Green Bay. Those
Right.
route running receivers that just get open and not making the spectacular catches don't get the respect that these other guys get.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Jerry Rice, I guess.
You got
You know.
Allen, Adams, Diggs, good Godwin.
Yeah.
No one talks about him too much.
Well, if Allen Robinson, he'll be on a different team, and he's good.
Right.
You know, he's just got to get out of Chicago, and he'll be fine.
Right. He hates it there, too.
Well, yeah. Well, did you see that?
He's always complaining.
Did you see what he said? He didn't talk to Matt Nagy for 5 months.
See, that's
He hadn't spoken to him in
that's what
5 months.
Brian Flores didn't talk to any of his assistants.
The story about Trubisky and him is unbelievable. I was reading in the Chicago Tribune. Trubisky, after the double doink, they a week after double doink, those two go and talk. They have a little meeting together. They're going to take a little time off, and they're going to meet at the Bears headquarters, Hallis Hall, and those two are going to sit down and just try to go to the next step. Well, this is. The sources say Trubisky goes to this meeting ready to go, notebook, pen, paper, ready to go. Nagy stood him up and never showed up. Didn't go, and with no explanation.
That's strange.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Yeah, some quarterbacks don't really get a shot. That's not good when your head coach isn't showing up to meetings.
Yeah, and how about not talking to somebody for 5 months? Jeez.
Right. That's what the Dolphins coach didn't do for his whole staff.
They should never coach. Why would they get a head coaching job again?
But they always do. We talked
Yeah.
about this last week.
I
They
know.
always end up going.
Nagy's not.
Fallon as
Yeah.
a head coach, become an OC, and then go back.
The best story I've ever heard about like meetings with coaches and players is how the Raiders gave Jamarcus Russell a blank
Oh, no.
videotape to watch.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, tell me about the blitz packages that we're facing next week."
Yeah.
And then the next day comes in, starts talking about the blitz packages, but actually the tape was blank.
Right.
That's-
He just made it up.
Yeah.
It's like reading the back of the
Number one
book.
overall,
Yeah.
Jamarcus
And
Russell.
Marcus
LSU's
Russell.
finest.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the Rams and Buccaneers. Let's move on to the big one here. I guess the biggest one of the weekend, really.
Should be. Yeah.
You know, this game is at 6:30
This is the rematch of AFC Championship last year.
last year. Yeah. And we have the Bills at the Chiefs. Right now, the Chiefs are -1.5, but we've seen that jumping all day. It went as high as 2.5 down to 2, 1.5. I think it will be in there, I imagine.
The Bills shouldn't be -1.5 or +1.5 right now.
Probably, right? It's just a home stuff.
Yeah.
Right, home field. I mean, let's see, what's the weather going to be like out there? It's going to be 44 degrees at kickoff. Beautiful day. 44 and light winds. So you can't beat that, which is good for both offenses that are pretty high-powered. Over-under's 54.5. The Bills killed the Patriots 47-17, and the Chiefs killed the Steelers 42-21. Edwards-Helaire is in, according to Adam Schefter, and I don't think the Bills have any injuries whatsoever. So, and they've been blessed. They were last year. They had no injuries.
Or COVID sit-outs.
They get better. That window's open for them,
Right.
but they better jump through because
2 years.
there's no injuries. This team never suffers injuries.
Never. The
Really?
training staff should get the promotion.
Yeah, they do a great job. They never get hurt. The Bills have the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL. The Bills beat the Chiefs week 5, 38-20. But of course, that was a different. You'd have to
Right.
say that's a different. I don't know what happened that the Chiefs learned how to play defense.
I think the defense got a little bit better when they got rid of Ingram.
Oh,
Remember they had Ingram?
yeah.
But then that allowed. It just allows Chris Jones to go back to his normal, natural position instead of making him something he's not meant to be.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
And then he slides back over to where he was last year, and he performs better. Tyrann Mathieu isn't showing up either.
this will be.
It'll
It'll be interesting.
I bet him in my parlay last week to get 6 tackles. He got 0.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want to know how many missed tackles he has. You ever watch him? He keeps trying for these fumbles
Oh, okay.
instead of
Yeah.
wrapping people up. Be 3rd down, and they pass the ball 5 yards, and he's going for a fumble. That'll get 1st down.
No. I'll give the picks now. Robin, on assignment, goes with the Chiefs -1.5. Wade, what do you have?
I'm picking the Bills. I was impressed last week. They're coming in strong.
+1.5, the Buffalo Bills. For me, it's going to be the Chiefs -1.5. I am not impressed with last week with Buffalo. For me, they beat a rookie quarterback. I don't find that to be impressive for me. I don't feel it. I don't see it. I think they played an offense that was handcuffed. He looked like a rookie for the first time. I mean, that's what the Bills did to him. But he did, didn't he? That was the first time he ever looked.
Other than week 1.
Week 1, yeah, sure.
That's week 1.
And I think that I just think that this game should go over the total of 54.
Right.
I think
it should. But
you never know.
You bet it won't.
If I had to pick a score, I'm going to say I see 34-30 for some reason.
34-30
in my head. I don't know, but I'm dying to hear your pick, Julio, because we know your Buffalo Bills and all that stuff. I know how much you really like them. Who is your pick for this game?
The Bills.
Why?
I mean, I guess we can go about it, but they're the best team in the playoffs right now. Their offense was literally perfect offense. They literally showed up to a game against Bill Belichick. And no, I don't care about the rookie quarterback. It doesn't affect their defense. They had a perfect offense where they did not punt or kick the football. Other than the 2 teams coming into the playoffs for the first time, they are the best team. You can't say that they're better than the 1 seeds. They're the best team that played last week. They're the best team left in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I mean, there's blowouts everywhere, but they had a perfect offense.
Yeah, they only missed a couple extra points.
Josh Allen, right.
That's it.
But Josh Allen was supposed to be not a cold weather quarterback. He came.
How the hell isn't he? He played in Wyoming.
Right, but he's from Cali, though.
All right.
But he was complaining about the weather the week before. Yeah. He came out, and he literally did everything you could ask him to do and more.
Yeah.
He was better than Mahomes last week. He was the best quarterback in the playoffs last week.
Throw 5 touchdowns last week.
5 touchdowns.
No picks.
No
picks, right? Mahomes had 1.
And he ran for a lot of yards.
As always. He's always running for a lot of yards.
And it's hard to tackle him. Like
he's huge, yeah. I mean, he's Roethlisberger with speed. I mean, he's
the only
enormous.
person I'm nervous about, or what Jamarcus Russell was supposed to be.
Right.
But the only thing I'm nervous about is the corners of the Bills, but that for some odd reason they get it done. They have those 2 safeties back there that just chill and just get picks, make the clean tackles. Like I was saying about Tyron, he just misses tackles. Not misses them, but tries for too much, and they're going to run all over him.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Buffalo's defense is the best in the league, according to rankings.
The rankings are just tough for me because who they played in the middle of the season.
Right.
They played all backup quarterbacks.
They did. In yards. And the only thing is, I don't know if last week I know what you're saying. They were perfect.
The offense is the most impressive offense. The defense, yeah, sure. But
I just didn't think there was at no point was that game in jeopardy.
No.
At all. I mean, it was over in 5 minutes.
But, I mean, the offense still showed up. They still did every possible thing. They weren't stopped.
No, they couldn't be stopped.
And, what if Kansas City, they lost to the Bills last time.
Yeah.
They're probably going to lose again.
You think?
I think that would be my lock of the week. For them to, the money line, whatever they want to give the Bills, it's just a bonus.
Just a bonus, taking the 1.5 and run.
There should be no way the Bills don't walk away with this. And if they do, I'll be here.
Well,
I'll happy either way.
Because if they lose, it's the Chiefs again.
Last year, Stephon Diggs can go get his little picture at the end.
Yeah, that was bull. You know what?
It's just attention.
People, yes, and people are fighting me on Facebook and Twitter about that. Because when I saw that, I'm like, this is garbage. That just doesn't happen.
But would he?
Who's taking the picture?
Because he knows there's people there.
Yeah, I know.
He knows that there's an AFC Championship celebration. There's cameras everywhere.
And he's just standing.
Let me go stand in my uniform. Meanwhile, my team's all ready to go, get on the bus and go home.
And someone's taking it.
Let me make sure I put my hands on my head and get a clean picture of Instagram.
Well, you know who did that? Walter Payton. Sadly, I hate to say it. He did it in his final game. He went on the sideline, and from what I read...
But that's his final game.
But he choreographed himself sitting on the bench alone.
Yeah.
And they took the picture. Yeah.
Tua did it after his first game, but he made sure the stadium is clear.
Oh, I remember that.
And the only reason why someone took it was a cell phone camera. Wasn't even like an on-field Dolphins media guy.
Yeah, I thought the Diggs thing was nonsense.
It was just weird.
It was too good of a picture, too. It was
perfect.
It's
perfect. That's what he wanted.
There's the confetti. There he is crying, looking. Right. I'm sure he's crying under the mask.
This would be his revenge game that people will talk about.
Well, that's good. So everyone here, you guys like the Bills to win the game. Robin and I with the Chiefs, because obviously the line doesn't mean anything. It's 1.5. I can't imagine it comes into play.
Right.
It may, but I you know.
Unless the Bills may get a missed extra point again.
Yeah, that's true. What about this guy? The tight end for the Bills.
Dawson Knox is showing up.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does special, but he just gets in the end zone.
Is he better than Gesicki?
No.
No? No. Is he better than...
Mike Gesicki just makes the catches that he shouldn't be making.
No, I know.
Mike Gesicki is better than him. But Dawson Knox is still good. Dawson Knox is creeping in the top 10.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
Might be even creeping in the top 6.
Yeah. And I wonder sometimes, And I was talking to it was actually my son. We were talking about tight ends. And is there really that big of a difference? Like Cole Kmet for the Bears. If you put him on the Bills, he may be doing what Dawson Knox does.
Right.
I just wonder.
But then if you,
Hawkinson, though, I mean, he's in Detroit with nothing.
He still finished top 5.
And he's still,
statistic-wise, I really don't like to go all stats, but he's also playing with Jared Goff and on a losing team. But then you go
and he gets all the throws,
You go with stats, and then at the end of this, it could be like all garbage time. We don't know. We don't know what he's doing over there. No one watches Detroit besides maybe you.
Yeah, me.
Twice a year.
Twice a year, yeah. On Thanksgiving the world watches them.
For some reason, they get it.
Oh, do you?
Get rid of tradition for that, by the
way.
way.
I know. And Dallas.
Dallas.
Both traditions.
Good,
yeah. That's why they give you the third game, I noticed. Now.
Right. But there's just better matchups. The Bills should get it.
No one wants it, though, I think, either. I don't think a lot of teams like to play
Some players say they do, but the whole American team thing, and the Bills fans think they should be America's team. Why don't you just make them play each other on Thanksgiving? The winner is considered America's team.
It's hard for the Bills to be considered America's team when no one cares.
No, I mean, no one does care, but they should be caring now. Josh Allen.
Yeah, but
should take on that.
I don't know why they would care.
I don't care.
No, I don't care either. I mean, I don't.
Good.
But America's team, that's a tough call. I mean, the Cowboys get that because they won those Super Bowls. They were winning.
Right, but that's back then.
You don't lose Super Bowls and be called America's team.
What would you say the new America's team?
The new one?
The new one.
Who would be the new America? I guess it had been the Patriots at one point.
Yeah.
And then
get rid of America's team for the Cowboys. Like, they're not even.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
they're not
old.
even red, white, and blue.
No,
that's blue and silver.
That's old. I mean, that's back in the 70s. America's team comes from, right? Yeah, that's when it comes. And then they win more though in the 90s.
If you want to not get the Bills America's team, at least give them New York Bills. They're the only New York team.
Yeah, I know.
Make the Jets and the Giants switch to New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey, right?
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah,
New Jersey Jets.
That they should be. I don't know. I don't know why they can't move into New York State.
Leave them over there. It's embarrassing to have them over here.
But the Giants, both.
They both can stay over there.
Isn't it amazing that New York, those teams? I don't know. It always amazes me at the Knicks.
They're all bad.
That they could be bad, and they're especially the Knicks playing in Manhattan,
right,
and right in there.
Well, it didn't help any that they
got
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, and Dolan, their owner, what he did to Charles Oakley, I don't think made people want to show up. But
Barrett's,
he's good.
He's flippy floppy though.
I don't mind him. He's getting better. He had 32 the other day. Yeah.
But then he only had 15 yesterday.
I got to see what Reddish is going to do now that he's there. He hasn't played yet.
That'd be their small forward.
And then they have, and then they got Walker.
Walker's got to go though.
Yeah.
He's just not going to be around when they're ready to go. So what's the purpose?
Randall might as well go too.
Randall's good. But
he's out of contrul. Have you ever seen
the timeouts?
Dribbling down the court? It's wild. Yeah, he's
because he thinks he could be like a Jokic or a Giannis or a big guy that's handling the ball at the top of the key, and it
doesn't work.
He's not that guy.
No,
he's a guy that needs to be like a pure center.
Here's sad. This is the best I've seen the Knicks in a while.
And they're still bad.
They're still under 500, and maybe they'll get in the play-in game. Hopefully.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. That's embarrassment too. You're the New York team, and you're hoping for a play-in game.
Yeah, I hate Brooklyn over there. Who should be ashamed that they don't win?
Three and then all those key players. Do you know they have Pat Millsap still?
I didn't even know that. No,
I seen it the other day because he's complaining about not having enough playing time.
Well, of course, yeah.
There's just not enough mouths to feed over there.
No way. There's too much, right? There's too much.
We're gonna get the basketball next week, but they should just trade Kyrie Irving straight up for Ben Simmons. One can't play half of the games because it's New York, and the other's not playing at all.
Right, the other one's not playing.
So now one plays every single game for you, and the other plays every single game for them.
It'd be interesting if Ben Simmons, how he'll be in a different place, because he was terrible in Philadelphia.
Just can't shoot. But maybe go back to power forward.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball is I think eventually going to get moved too.
Yeah.
He's not passing the ball.
He's going to be. Yeah, I agree. He's going to be moved. I just. The Knicks, it's just frustrating. It makes no sense. It makes no sense when you would think if you're going to play anywhere, one of the places would be L.A., New York, whatever, maybe even Chicago, but not so much.
Chicago looks awesome.
It should be. Yeah, I know.
You ever watch one of their games? They're fun.
Did you see Cleveland? They're playing well.
Yeah, Cleveland's playing well. Garland, Sexton.
Yeah, I like him. He's really good.
Yeah, from Alabama.
Yes, I like him a lot. So anyways, get off of basketball. So that's it. We've just run out the clock, kind of like Dak did, in a very.
I think we were more aware of running out the clock.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, this week, let's recap real fast. games tomorrow. Don't forget, 4:30 Bengals at Titans. 8:15 is the 49ers at Packers. It'll be -7 there. 3 p.m. on Sunday, Rams at Buccaneers. And if you live in Western New York, which I do, unfortunately, the Bills are at the Chiefs at 6:30. And I just hide.
It sucks living here.
I hide when that happens, when they play. I just go
Yeah, we have my group chat
down below. Because I can't.
Bullies me.
I just don't know.
They call Tua tuna.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Tuna. Imagine that. Imagine your quarterback's name being Tuna.
And they're the Dolphins.
Yeah, and the Dolphins. It's fitting. Thanks for the laugh over.
And it's dolphin free.
It's just embarrassing.
Yeah,
I call him Tuna all the time.
Yeah.
You know what's even more embarrassing is when I go to talk about him and my autocorrect comes up, it says Tuna. And I have to go backwards and delete the end.
The end. Yeah. I don't know. I heard something the other day, and then I'm going to let this go, but I'm going to ask you about it. You said it earlier. Justin Fields. I can't see him getting traded.
No, I mean, it can happen, but the next coach has to endorse him, though.
And for what, right?
The same thing that happened to Josh Rosen, though. The coach came in. That's a little bit different. The coach had to eat his words.
There's no one. This year is a very
Bad
weak
draft class.
I don't see nothing, really.
Maybe Wills from Liberty.
Oh, I would hate that. That
opportunity. The only thing to consider.
Yeah, and you know how bad that would end up. That's going to end up bad.
You need an offensive coordinator that comes in there and then endorses Justin Fields.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You need a head coach that comes in. Honestly, you take Brian Flores and then you start the shit that he did with Tua.
Yeah, I don't want him.
That's not helpful either.
No, you don't. They don't want him. Well, anyways, why don't we get out of here? You got stuff to do or somewhere to go?
I do got somewhere to be.
And we got somewhere to go, and everyone's got somewhere to go. So why don't we get out of here? This was Goal Getters for a Friday night. Hope you enjoy all the games that are coming up this weekend. All playoffs. It'll be great. So take it easy. We'll be back next week. We're going to talk a little more hockey and basketball maybe next week as we turn that in because of all the only 2 games. So we're out of here. Take care, everyone. See you next week.